It was year 2003. Carlo Ancelotti was eagerly awaiting for his arrival on TV. Suddenly, a young man appeared from the airport of Malpensa. He was wearing a pair of glasses and a long hair with a beautiful face. When he saw him, Ancelotti's expression changed. He said, "Oh God, have we signed a university student?" Not many people heard about Ricardo Kaka then. But when Milan started his efforts to bring him to the team, one thing was certain: a talented footballer was about to come from Brazil. He had scored 47 goals from 125 matches for the Brazilian club São Paulo. It was his only achievement so far. But when it comes to attacking midfielder position, this stat and his talent was enough to attract Milan's scouting department. But Carlo Ancelotti, who was Milan's manager at that time, was not that impressed with Kaka's talent, because Carlo was unaware of his talent. Not only him, but most of the Milan's iconic stars at that time also. Luciano Moggi, the general manager of the Juventus, said this about the arrival of the Brazilian youth player to Milan: "More than anything else, I found his name to be more attractive." So, after transferring Kakà to Milan in the transfer window, Ancelotti arrived at the first press conference. He did not know how to describe Carlo in detail about his new signing. He said Kakà is a player with good potential. He is a playmaker, but he is a little slow. Carlo said this in a clear manner. In fact, Kakà was just a boy to Carlo. When he arrived to take part in his first training session, Carlo made fun of him by telling a joke. "Have you told your mom and dad you are not going to school today?" The security guards should have asked him to show his ID card before letting him in. Pirlo, Maldini, Gattuso, and Nesta, who were the main stars of Milan, participated in that training session. Kakà, who received a pass after a few minutes in the training, effortlessly disposed Gattuso, who was Milan's favorite midfielder at that time. Kaka's pace made him angry for a short time. After that, from 30 yards away, he gave an impossible pass to his forward. As a result, the famous Milan defender Alessandro Nesta was completely out of position. The moment that Carlo saw there was a memorable moment for him. He changed his thoughts about him. In the 2003 transfer window, AC Milan saw Kakà as a replacement for Rui Costa, one of their early superstars who had gone to his last phase of his prime time, or he was the investment for Milan's future. Ricardo Kaka was the Brazilian star in the team. At first, Ancelotti didn't have much hope in him, but with time he realized that Kaka was a real prospect. At that period, Milan was a team that lost its momentum in the game. Rivaldo and Rui Costa were their main stars, but they lost that extra pace in midfield. Because of this, Milan's attacks often didn't have much momentum. But this big problem, after the arrival of the Brazilian playmaker Ricardo Kaka, he made it disappeared. Milan's counterattacks after his arrival were often unstoppable. Kaka's arrival to Milan was a real turning point. He scored a lot of important goals and assists in the rosanero jersey. In his first season at the club, Kakà, who won the Serie A title, was selected as the best player in the Italian Serie A. Along with that, they secured Supercoppa Italiana trophy and took the lead in their season. But unfortunately, Milan's second season ended in disappointment. In the Champions League final, which was known as the Miracle of Istanbul, Milan had the lead of 3 goals. But when the game was coming to an end, Liverpool hit it back in an incredible way. In the Champions League, for Milan it was a shock, but in the upcoming seasons, Milan became more dangerous in the tournament. In 2006 to 2007, Milan defeated Liverpool in the same league and took the Champions League trophy home. Kakà gave an important assist in feet match. In 2007, he won the UEFA Super Cup and FIFA Club World Cup, and in the same year, he won the prestigious Ballon d'Or award. Ancelotti has coached several extraordinary talented players in his coaching career, like Ronaldo, Beckham, Ronaldinho, but Kakà holds a special place in his heart. Even though he had ups and downs in his career, his legacy in rosanero jersey was one of the most incredible ones.